Norman 976 2007 back again with another video, and today I'm going to talk about the year 2004 in the WWE. I just recently finished collecting all the 2004 pay-per-views. I've still got one to come, which is Taboo Tuesday 2004, but and I've got to say I think it's one of the worst years in the WWE that I've seen. Apart from, well, minus a few matches and events really. So I'm going to run through each pay-per-view and talk about like memorable moments and stuff, because there aren't that many memorable moments for 2004 or matches that really stand out. So let's not waste any time, let's get started. First off, we start off with the Royal Rumble 2004, which I thought was a very good event. This event is very solid, and it starts off a really good year. And it's got Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's got Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly for the WWE Championship, and of course it's got the Royal Rumble match, which it's all very good pay-per-view. So starts off with a very good event at the start of the year, and then No Way Out 2004 comes along, and there's not really that much on here that is that memorable, apart from, well, Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero is obviously the most memorable match for the WWE Championship, in which Eddie Guerrero wins his first and only WWE Championship. But really, apart from that, there isn't that much great about this event. But there's Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, which I thought was a pretty good match. But there isn't that much on there that's any good really. But yeah, next up is WrestleMania 20, which is a very good WrestleMania, and it's one of my favourite WrestleManias. But it's a very good event. Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero for the WWE Championship. I enjoyed Undertaker versus Kane because it was the return of the Undertaker, and he's my favourite WWE superstar. So I was really looking forward to that, and I enjoyed the match. It's not a great match, but it's something to enjoy. Next up is Backlash 2004. I would say it's a very good event, really. Yeah, it's got the triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. So it's Chris Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels 2. It's a very good match. The hardcore match for the Intercontinental Championship, Randy Orton versus Mick Foley, is a very good match. This is a very good event, and it seems to me that it's mostly Raw events that are the very good events of 2004. The SmackDown events aren't very good. Now next up is Judgment Day 2004. The WWE Championship match between Eddie Guerrero and John Bradshaw Layfield is brutal. It's like they just beat the crap out of each other, but yeah, so that's kind of good to watch. What else? And to be honest, there's not that much else on there really that is worth really watching. So not really. So that's a passable event really, to be honest. Next up is Bad Blood 2004. There's a couple of matches. Well, the best match on here, I reckon, is Randy Orton versus Shelton Benjamin. For the Intercontinental Championship, because a lot of people say that Chris Benoit versus Kane is one of Kane's best match for the World Heavyweight Championship. But I wasn't into it. I just, I thought I'd really enjoy it, but I didn't think it was that great of a match, to be honest, and I wasn't that into it. And the Hell in a Cell match was alright, wasn't great, but There's not that much else great on there. Whatever. But that's a Raw event, and that's not very good. Next up is the Great American Bash 2004, a SmackDown event. You get a good match between Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero for the Cruiserweight Championship. And the Fatal 4-Way for the Fatal 4-Way elimination match for the United States Championship was pretty good, with John Cena versus Booker T versus Rob Van Dam versus Rene Dupree. That was pretty good. Not a lot. And the Texas Bullrope match for the WWE Championship with Eddie Guerrero versus John Bradshaw Lethal was pretty good. So it was alright, but not great. Again. Next up, Vengeance 2004. Raw event. I had Chris Benoit versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm guessing it was it must have been a pretty good match. Can't remember really. Well, it might have been. Intercontinental Championship match: Randy Orton versus Edge. A good match. Yeah, there's probably some good stuff on here, but I can't really remember that well. But yeah, so there probably is. But next up is SummerSlam 2004, which is a very good event.